Tonight on Texas News Channel, students respond after the Longhorn Run cancellation.
Deaf UT students' powerful Jiu-Jitsu moves.
And the historical Notre Dame Cathedral catches fire.
You're watching Texas News Channel.
Your leader for live local UT coverage. Good evening and welcome back to Texas News Channel. For Monday, April 15th, I'm Abigail Arredondo.
And I'm Paola Quiroz. Thank you for joining us tonight.
So it's the start of Monday, new week.
Yes, I am very happy we're getting close to the end.
Yes, definitely.
It's been a good semester, but I'm ready for summer.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone has been, for sure. Well, we begin tonight with developing international news. A massive fire engulfed the historic Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The blaze caused the roof and the iconic spiral of the cathedral to collapse. Onlookers watched as the spiral contained ancient artifacts. Flames have also spread into the rectangle towers of the building.
As firefighters battled the blaze for hours, officials stated they will be able to save its structure. No deaths have been reported, while the cause of the fire is not yet known. French prosecutors have opened an investigation into the fire. For updates on the story, check out Good Morning Texas Twitter.
High winds over the weekend caused power outages across Austin, affecting almost 3,000 people.
Popular businesses around the city were also affected and some are still shut down. Even the Whataburger on 28th Street and Guadalupe put a sign on their drive-thru speaker that said, quote, "No power."
This weekend, severe weather forced university officials to cancel the Longhorn Run. Over 4,000 participants were on campus when severe thunderstorms forced the cancellation of the race. A Longhorn Run official says runners will not be refunded. Let's take a look at what students had to say about the news.
Kind of wish they would have rescheduled. Maybe Sunday the weather was great, even later in the day Saturday the weather was great.
A lot goes into making these events happen, and I get that. I've tried to set them up before.
They obviously can't control lightning, so I understand their response.
And we had known kind of all week that the weather might have been an issue, so it wouldn't have been too hard of a thing to push it back, I feel like.
Finding another weekend to shut down a lot of roads in Austin is probably really difficult, and I don't think it's a reasonable expectation.
The post-race festivities still continued on anyways, so I feel like I still got the enjoyment of the race.
Some participants started the Longhorn Run, but then lightning struck. However, that didn't stop some participants. 2 UT seniors were using new racing wheelchairs purchased by the university from funds donated by the Ready, Set, Go horn raiser. Danya Allen has the story.
After UT senior Ami Jean raced in last year's Longhorn Run with a racing wheelchair from a local charity, she started a horn raiser campaign called Ready, Set, Go that allowed UT to purchase 2 chairs of its own.
Although some days are very, very tough, I think it's afforded me a different lens or different focus. And now I'm like, what? This whole time I would have never wondered how a student in a wheelchair, if they ever wanted to do the Longhorn Run, would have done it if I didn't do this. So
Another UT senior, Kimberlyn Barton, raced with the second chair Jean raised money for.
And when they said Longhorn Run, I was like, well, I can't do that. And when I found out that I could, I was so excited because I'm learning that there's a lot of adaptable sports. And so I'm just really, really excited. It means a lot to me to be able to be included into the environment again.
Though this year's Longhorn Run was canceled due to dangerous weather conditions, Jean says she's not disappointed. Her overall goal is to provide the university with more ways to include students in the future. That's why she's opened the horn raiser back up for donations.
if we got to 20,000, that was for essentially 3 or 4 chairs and then maintenance. This is big. This is surface level in terms of this is something you can see, but the goal, the bigger goal is to change the culture. In terms of, I wish this chair was already here when I came in, when I was admitted into the school.
The next step of the Ready, Set, Go campaign is to reach its $20,000 goal to purchase and maintain 2 to 3 more racing chairs. Danya Allen, Texas News Channel.
If you want to give to the Ready, Set, Go Horn Raiser, visit hornraiser.utexas.edu/Ready, Set, Go.
If you have ever had your phone stolen on 6th Street, you are not alone. Students have similar stories of having their phones or wallets being snatched on 6th Street. Phone theft reports increased during a large events such as ACL or South by Southwest. UT student Sarah Bergman tells us her experience when she reported her phone missing.
Basically, it was my friend's 20th birthday, so we all decided to go out with her and her sister and her friends from Baylor. And so we just went to a bar, and I had a purse on, and I gave one of my friends a hug, and as soon as I went back to hold onto my purse, which I've been like clutching all night, my phone was gone. My wallet was still in there, so they didn't take my wallet, but I knew like immediately that it was gone, and I was like, it's stolen. So, and then I filed it stolen to the police. They haven't really been able to be helpful in any way, but like, there's nothing really they can do about it, so I just got a new phone and dealt with the situation, which just kind of was not a good one.
TPD encourages all Longhorns to register property like cell phones in their database. That way, if recovered, officers can easily track down the owner. Students can even have their devices engraved for free through UTPD.
A student at St. Edward's reported being groped by a stranger in a private dorm elevator. The victim stated he and the stranger were alone when the man assaulted him. The university police could not find the suspect. UTPD shared some tips with us about staying safe on campus. If an incident occurs on campus, students are encouraged to contact the department by calling 911. Be aware of your surroundings and don't allow an unknown person to tailgate into secured areas such as elevators or dorms.
4 fraternity members have filed a lawsuit against UT. The lawsuit states that they were unjustly disciplined for their involvement in fraternity activities. While the lawsuit does not state the exact cause of the punishment, the university enforced disciplinary probation on the 4 anonymous students for academic misconduct. The lawsuit also claims that fraternity members get in trouble more frequently than sororities who violate Title IX policies.
Whether you've stayed at the PCL overnight studying for an exam or have just popped in to use the printer, there's no denying that UT's libraries are a valuable asset to students and staff. But what if these services were cut back? Just last summer, UT's endowment reached over $31 billion, making it the second largest endowment following Harvard. But despite this increase in funding, UT's library budget remains the same. With rising costs and a consistent budget, UT has found themselves cutting back on library staff and collections. To combat this, a task force was formed called the Collections Subcommittee. Dr. Mudler tells us about this subcommittee and why saving the library budget is important.
You know, at UT Austin we like to say that what starts here changes the world, but the truth is what changes the world starts in our libraries. You know, the libraries are the foundation of everything we do at UT. We have research grants, we have teaching, we have the kind of research that our faculty and our students do across campus. All of that starts in our libraries, and without our libraries, we won't be the great research institution that we are known to be today.
UT student Alyssa Ashcraft was one of 62 scholars around the country to receive the Harry S. Truman Scholarship, a premier graduate award. Ashcraft was recognized for being an advocate of education equity and founded UT Outpost her freshman year. She plans on using the $30,000 award for studying law and public policy as a graduate student. Isn't that just amazing?
Congrats to her. Praise
I know. Congratulations, Ashley.
Mm-hmm. Well, coming up on Texas News Channel, a new cancer awareness student organization.
Insomnia Cookies is coming to West Campus.
And I'll let you know what kind of weather you can expect for your Easter weekend. Stay tuned for more on Texas News Channel.
Statistics say nearly 2 million people were affected by a cancer diagnosis last year. Kayla Peterman sat down with a new campus organization that aims to educate students about the disease from a holistic perspective.
Following a summer researching various forms of cancer at Dell Medical Center, Jacob Scheftel, co-founder and president of Advocates for Cancer Awareness, decided to start an organization with his friends to help students learn more about a disease that affects millions every year.
We thought this would be a great thing to bring to the UT campus and educate the student population.
One of Scheftel's main goals is to incorporate the different aspects of how cancer can affect a person's life beyond the diagnosis.
The community and support system, it's how it affects your friends on a day-to-day life. It's about the new treatments that are coming out that are actually curing cancer. And so ACA is like wanting to promote all of that information as well as just the disease facts.
Co-president Pochi Chen says that providing a mental health support aspect for students to utilize is in the organization's future.
Tackling or handling with the grief caused by cancer, it really connects a lot to the topic of mental health. So I think there's definitely an area or a potential for us to collaborate with UT CMHC.
Kayla Peterman, Texas News Channel.
The Student Advocates for Cancer Awareness have partnered with the Livestrong Cancer Institute. For more information about the organization, you can email Advocates for Cancer Awareness at gmail.com or visit their Horns Link page.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a form of martial arts, has its very own club here on the 40 acres. We bring you the story of a deaf Jiu-Jitsu fighter who has conquered the sport. Our reporters Mason Carroll and Elena Hayden have the story.
Rusty Summers has been training in Jiu-Jitsu for 1 year. However, he is not like every other competitor. He is hyperacusis, a type of hearing loss.
It was first diagnosed when I was 12. And at that time, they said it was going to be a very slow progression and that I could expect to be deaf by the time I'm 60. But I was deaf by the time I was 28.
Rusty uses a voice-to-text phone app to understand what people around him are saying.
So, because I wasn't born deaf, and because I didn't spend any of my youth around anyone else who is deaf, I never learned to sign. I didn't have any exposure to, what I have come to know as deaf culture. I didn't have any concept of a deaf identity.
While he may not be able to hear his coach on the sidelines during a match, Rusty does not let this stop him from giving 110%.
Rusty is the first hearing impaired member we've had, or that I've seen at least since I've been here. But honestly, I think that's pretty overshadowed by just the kind of person he is. He puts 110% effort into everything.
Jiu-Jitsu is helping Rusty gain his confidence back, and he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
I want to feel that kind of calmness, to be collected when I'm in a threatening situation. And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Mason Carroll, Texas News Channel.
If you think laser tag, bumper cars, and arcades are just for kids, think again. A Dallas-based bowling venue is making its way to Austin. Pinstack is the adult playground. It will offer a bowling alley, restaurant, 2 bars, rock climbing, laser tag, arcade games, and bumper cars. The entertainment venue is expected to launch later this year at a location in northern Austin.
Craving a late night snack? Insomnia Cookies is opening in West Campus. The cookie store is expected to open next month, replacing the closed Subway under the Castilian. I'm really excited for it to open since it's a convenient location and they're also open till 3 a.m. And even better, that's every day. We talked to students to get their take on this new delicious option.
Be down to try Insomnia Cookie. Being that there's a lot of eating places here at UT, I think it's really cool to add just a different perspective or a new sort of dessert place.
Insomnia Cookies is definitely closer to where I live, but Tiff Streets is pretty good, so I don't know.
I think Insomnia Cookies is way better because I visited Insomnia Cookie before other state when I was in Iowa. It was really good and it was really tasty.
I think I've had it my undergrad, so I like it.
His Treats could never. Insomnia Cookies is the best thing that I've ever had in my entire life. I literally gained 15 pounds the last week of my freshman year because I ate Insomnia Cookies every single day.
I have had Insomnia Cookies before, and I can tell you I am so excited. Have you had them? Are you excited about this too?
Actually, I've never tried them, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, and speaking of looking forward to things, I hope that the weather is going to be beautiful. So let's see what Nikki has for us in the Weather Center. Nikki?
Thanks, Abigail. Well, everyone, it looks like we'll be getting some more sun this week. But will we have good weather for this weekend? I'll tell you what to expect. Stay tuned.
I know it's like weird.
Welcome back to Texas News Channel. If you thought the wind was rough this past weekend, be thankful that it wasn't worse. A tornado destroyed 55 homes and left at least a dozen people injured in Franklin, Texas. Peak winds during the storm reach up to 145 miles per hour, destroying the entire south side of the small town. City officials, along with the help from locals, have begun to rebuild all that was lost. Back in Austin, the weather's looking pretty nice. We'll have some cloudy weather tonight with temperatures in the 60s. Tomorrow we can expect a high of 80 and a low of 67. The weather shifts on Wednesday. We can expect shattered thunderstorms with a high of 83 and a low of 60 degrees. You should probably bring your umbrella to class that day. Thankfully, the skies will clear up the next day. Thursday will be nice and sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 50. We can also expect a mostly sunny Easter weekend with clear blue skies starting Friday. There will be a high of 80 and a low around 50 degrees. Saturday, we will have similar weather, and it looks like the Easter eggs won't be the only thing hiding on Sunday. We can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 84 and a low of 65. That's it from me, live from the Weather Center. I'm Nikki Miller. Have a great weekend. We'll be right back with sports.
Welcome back. Tonight we have Justin Morris to catch us up on what is going on in the wild world of sports.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
This past weekend was named Made in Austin Weekend by Athletic Director Crystal Conte. The weekend featured a variety of UT-related events. Starting off, the baseball team hosted a weekend series against the Kansas State Wildcats. Texas dominated on Saturday, winning 10-2, but lost on Friday and Sunday, ultimately losing the series. The skies cleared up Saturday afternoon, queuing up for the crown jewel of the weekend, the orange and white spring game. That's right, the Longhorns were back in action at DKR for a sneak peek of what is to come this season. A free event for all, the football team split up into two teams and played against each other in a game highlighted by defense. The younger white team defeated the more senior orange team 12-6. Fans are excited to get autographs from their favorite Texas football players afterwards. The night wasn't over, as Ludacris himself put on a concert on the LBJ lawn to finish off the day.
Wow. So it looks like there was a lot going on the 40 acres this weekend.
Yeah, indeed there was, but there was also plenty of sports going on in the professional realm of sports as well. The NBA and NHL playoffs are heating up, and there was a little golf tournament going on that made some headlines. That's right, it was Masters weekend. The field was close all weekend. By Saturday night, rain was in the forecast, and scheduling was moved to make the game go quick on Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, a winner had prevailed, and he's perhaps one of the most well-known athletes of all time, Tiger Woods. Tiger wins his 5th Masters ever and wins his 81st event. It was the comeback story that Tiger fans have waited for nearly a decade. Woods was the outright best player in the tournament and adds another green jacket to his closet.
Wow. Well, congratulations to Tiger Woods. Thanks for being on, Justin. Let's head over to Faith to see what's new in Hollywood. Faith?
Thanks, Abigail. Coming up next, we'll talk shows, shoes, and scary situations. We'll be right back for your entertainment news. Welcome back to Texas News Channel. I'm Faith Osterberg. Jon Snow, Khaleesi, Cersei, the Night King. Who will sit on the Iron Throne? After leaving fans in the dark for 2 years, Game of Thrones is back with their Season 8 premiere. It is estimated that 14 million people tuned into the premiere. The show has also increased its overall viewership by 37% in the time leading up to the new season. Game of Thrones started out in 2011, and the Season 7 finale still holds the record for the most viewed HBO show ever, with a little over 12 million views. Along with a few sunburns, some attendees at this year's Coachella got a free pair of unreleased shoes from musician Childish Gambino. Collabing with Adidas, Gambino sent random airdrop requests to lucky attendees using his real name, Donald Glover. When the requests were accepted, the photo told them where to get their free pairs of Gambino Adidas shoes. Many went onto Twitter later to rave about their sweet new kicks. Can you believe it? Fans of the Netflix reality makeover show Queer Eye raised $100,000 for one of the show's heroes to return to school. Jessica Gilbo came out to her adoptive parents when she was 16 and consequently was disowned. Along with going back to college, the now 23-year-old waitress plans on donating some of the money back to the LGBTQ community, specifically to GLAAD. Gilbo hopes her story will serve as a message to others to not allow their struggles to define who they are. You can stream Gilbo's episode and the rest of Season 3 on Netflix now. Time for our viral video of the week. Check out these two kiddos getting themselves into a hairy situation.
Look. Teddy found the buzz cutter. Eloise, turn around. Turn around. Oh my god, oh my god. Look it. Do you like your haircut? No. Turn around. Why'd you like?
Their mother posted on her Instagram story her kids' creative new hairdos after one of them found an electric shaver. At first, the mom panics about their hair, or lack thereof, but calms down shortly after. In one word, what a roller coaster. Well, that's all I have from the entertainment world. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Faith, and thank you for tuning in. If you have a news tip, email us at news@texasstudenttv.com. Be sure to follow us for news updates throughout the week. You can follow us on Twitter at Texas News TSTV and like us on Facebook.
Good Morning Texas goes live on Wednesday morning at 7, and Tower Talks is back Wednesday night at 6. Don't miss it. I'm Paola Quiroz.
And I'm Abigail. Have a great night.